Hello everyone, welcome to POWherFUL Talks with Shylaa, where we dive into raw stories, real leadership, and the power of finding your voice. Today is our very first episode and I couldn't be more excited. My hope is that as you listen, you will walk away inspired, challenged, and ready to step into your own power. Leadership isn't about titles or revenues, but how many lives you have changed because you have dared to lead. Today's guest on POWherFUL Talks with Shylaa is Suchetha Haldipur, who is a proof of this. She's a leader who turns careers into comeback stories and their dreams into real opportunities. She's the founder of HireInfinity Consulting, a Bangalore-based specialist boutique recruitment company who's expanding business in Europe. Suchetha, hearty welcome to POWherFUL Talks with Shylaa.
Thank you, Shylaa, for an awesome introduction. I'm very happy and thrilled to be a part of this.
I have known you as a great friend and a great personality. So I would love to know more about you.
Yes.
So tell us more about yourself and your journey as an entrepreneur.
Yes, I must say that so far it's been a beautiful journey. And I think this is the best decision that I've taken in my life. So the entrepreneurship journey is, I've been an entrepreneur for the last 7 years or so. Prior to that, I was working in the corporates for the last 10 years. I worked in various departments in finance, accounts, equities, and risk management. It is during that time, after working for about 10 years, during my corporate stint, I liked the learning experience, but I always felt that there was something missing. And I also come from an entrepreneurial family. Both my parents have been entrepreneurs for more than 25 years. So there was always a buzz about entrepreneurship and business at home. And so those were the conversations. Our evening dinner conversations would be this happened, that happened. So I come from that background. So it was only that I didn't want to start entrepreneurship immediately. I wanted to have a corporate experience for some time and then take the plunge. So it was, and you know that entrepreneurship, if anybody takes, it involves a little bit of risk taking. So I felt I was too young to take that risk or plunge. So hence I worked in the corporates for some time. And, when you're working for some time, usually people also decide to start something on their own when they have a bad boss. So
I totally agree.
Yes. So yeah, I won't quote names, but I think my last corporate stint pushed me towards that. I decided after this, I'm not going to do work for someone, but I'll do something on my own. So, but I must say the entire journey so far has been splendid, and hope to continue for a long, long time as an entrepreneur.
Wow, what a great start, Suchetha. So if you have to go back to that moment, right, what made you to actually start your entrepreneurial journey? And how did you feel back then?
Yeah, so
take us through that.
Yeah, so when I started 7 years back, initially what happened was this entire HireInfinity Consulting was started, like I said, 7 years back with my longtime friend, and we studied our BCom together. So both of us, so she was also looking to start something on her own, and I was also looking. This is post my corporate stint, and I was looking. So she also wanted to start something on her own, and even I was at that point also looking. So when we connected, so she wanted to do something in HR, and I'm a HR dummy. Okay, initially when I started off, I was a HR dummy. I knew nothing in HR. So when she said, "Okay, I'm keen on starting something like this, but are you interested?" So I was taken aback a little bit because I neither had the corporate training or the educational background for it. So I said I was a little taken aback, but she said, "Let's give it a try." So we worked for a company named Kelly Services for some time because we had to have the experience for it even before we can sell our business to somebody else, as in when we go and pitch our services to any clients. So we worked for some time for Kelly Services just to get a hang of things, and after getting a hang of things for a few months and almost close to a year, then we decided that we'll take this up full time, and I also had to upskill myself. So I studied in XLR. I took up an executive development program in HR because if I go and pitch and if I'm doing business development we had decided that our roles will be divided into two baskets. So she will take up the back end work. I will be doing the front ending of things. And if I have to front end and do business development, I need to know what I'm saying. So
absolutely,
I had to take up a program on HR. And once I had the educational degree as well as some work experience, like I mentioned with Kelly Services, I felt, okay, this was the right time to take the plunge. And that's how that entire story began. The entrepreneurship journey began.
Okay.
And so initially it was quite funny. So when we approach clients, and most of our clients are startups as well as mid-sized organizations. So when we approach them, initially the mandates or the kind of requirements that came into my hand was only IT based. So considering I've already told you my background, I know nothing. So initially I knew nothing about HR. Then it was more of IT related roles.
Okay.
So it was tough. The first 1 year was really, really tough. So we had to, if not getting deep into being a subject matter expert, at least you should know some amount about what that particular language or code meant, and what that requirement meant, at least. So for me to unlearn a few things and relearn something it took a little bit of time. It wasn't easy. I'm sure that was the same for her as well. But I think it was challenging and fun as well, because after about a year, we got quite a hang of things and we could take things forward. But since we both were from the finance background, over time we decided to move from IT roles to non-IT roles, because we have that educational background for that. So we are now working more on non-IT requirements than IT requirements. IT requirements are only 20% of our mandates. 80% is non-IT roles.
Wow. So finance, HR, IT, non-IT, right?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, that's great. So a lot of feathers in your cap, right?
Yes.
And I know as entrepreneurs, it's always a great journey, and you learn a lot, right, throughout your journey. Yeah. So I'm sure it must be the same exciting feeling for you as well. Every now and then you keep learning, right?
Yes,
so,
of course. Every day is a learning experience.
Every day is a learning.
Every time I come to work, every day I set off. Now, like I'm based out of Germany. So prior to that, even in India, when I would go, it used to give me a kind of kick, which I never got, in my corporate life, to be true. Every day is challenging. Every day, you're the face of the company. So obviously the expectations are high.
Right.
So you really have to put your mind, attention and soul into things. But it was giving me a kick as well. So kick as in...
the right kick.
Right kick. So I enjoy going to work. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy what I'm doing, and this I thoroughly enjoy. So whenever I think of stop working, I'll be an entrepreneur till I retire. That is for sure.
I know. Yeah. So it is like, like I always say, we're the queen, we're the maid, right? We end up doing everything as entrepreneurs.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
So it's a great feeling.
More of maid's work.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true. Yeah. So I also know you're here now in Germany, and I'm super excited to welcome you here in Germany.
Yeah.
And so you've decided to expand your business here in Europe, right? So what is your current plan?
So the company HireInfinity Consulting Germany started in 2024. It's only been a year, though the entire planning took us about 4 years. But the company started, you can say, on paper in the year 2024, and we are now, as of now, in year 1 of our operations. So as of now, we are just scouting. To tell you the truth, we are looking at. We are attending a lot of conferences. We're scouting for clients. We're trying to build a base here. So we are at the very initial stage of our operations here, but we intend to, over time, expand in other cities of Europe as well.
Wow.
Germany being the first city.
Nice.
And if you ask me why Germany, it was because few of our clients, we worked for a few, in our Indian company, we worked for a few German subsidiaries. And then when we closed some of their tough requirements, they asked us, so can you close our parent company requirements? So that's when we decided. So then when they approached me, I said, okay, we can have, if it is a very tough, role, we can definitely close such positions. And then they said, no, you have to set up an operation in Germany to actually, service our global operations in Germany. And that's when my entire plan of, setting up shop in Germany began, though it was, like I said, a very, very long process.
Right.
It's bureaucratic as well, like in India. It's not that it's easier in India as well, maybe. But one thing I feel here, maybe the entry is difficult, but I think over time it will definitely get easy. Yeah. And that's my hunch. That if the entry is tough, over time it'll definitely be easy.
Yeah. It's been 2 weeks since you're here?
Yeah.
Around 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah. Thanks to you for your warm welcome, and otherwise I would have been lost in this place.
I feel so honored. But yeah, I'm truly happy to have you here. Yeah. And of course, you're doing a great job, right? Recruiting people, building their careers, helping them to turn their dreams into reality. So it's a great work, Suchetha.
Thank you, Shylaa.
Yeah. So you're here, you've landed here. So how do you feel?
I actually feel, the only thing is I'm away from my family. So for some time, though it's a very short time. So I miss my kids particularly. But I know that this is the decision that I took up on myself. I knew that I have to do a few things on my own. So, entrepreneurs it's a lonely race. Yes. Yeah. So because I took this up on myself, I'm keeping my motivation level quite high.
That's very good.
And I'm very excited, and I'm hoping that the global operations kickstart in a great length from here.
Wow, that's nice. It's a lonely but exciting one, right? Exciting race.
Yes.
So, just talking about women in leadership, right? Women being entrepreneurs, right? Yeah. So we have our own responsibilities, right? Correct. Too many things on our plate. We need to cater to a lot of people, right? Yes. So how has your journey been as a woman who is into entrepreneurship and taking this leap of faith and moving all the way from one country to another, and then again starting your business here, and then you're going to have your family joining you very soon, correct, right? Yeah. So how did this whole thing turn out to be so beautiful as such? And I know it's been a struggle, especially moving to Germany with all the bureaucracy and all that, but How has this journey been for you?
Yeah, the journey has been tough. Yeah. I've had my highs and lows. I will not say that every day has been a high. I have had my high days and my low days. Because many times, especially in my German operations, when I was starting the business, you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, because you don't get quick results. You don't know whether you are treading the right path.
Right.
Because every day you're doing small things, small improvements. You're working on smaller aspects of setting up the company, but you don't know whether you'll ever be able to reach whether what you have manifested in your mind, whether that'll actually work out. So I believe in the power of manifestation. I've manifested a lot of things.
Okay. And this is one of it.
Yes.
Coming all the way to Germany.
Yes.
And meeting me.
Yes. And I'll tell you I think being a female entrepreneur these days, I think in India especially, a lot of women are female entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to see the numbers are increasing day by day. It's not like back in the day when our parents were entrepreneurs. Especially I've seen it with my mom. They've not seen too many female entrepreneurs when she was working, actually. Right. But now I've seen a lot of women have taken up entrepreneurship, which is a very nice thing. And I'm sure over time there'll be more and more people.
Yeah. And there's also great support.
Great support. Yeah, right? I was coming to that, actually. So my family has been a very good support, and I think I should now, my husband will be very happy when I say this. So what happens is he's been my first support.
Okay.
Also my mom, so that she doesn't feel lost a little bit.
And your kids?
And my kids, yeah. So I think I should give all of them importance at the same time.
Yes.
But in the same breath. So, but I think initially it was my husband who, even now, actually the kids are being taken care by him. So I must say that he is my number one support in terms of, taking this plunge of moving to a different country and starting things on my own here and things like that, because otherwise it's very difficult because my younger one is really small, so he's been very supportive. And even when I started 7 years back, I wasn't sure whether I can take up entrepreneurship. It requires a little bit of, it requires that fire in the belly, and it requires a certain amount of risk taking. So, but he was all gung ho about it, and he said, "Please take it up because I think you can do it." So, so I would give my first credit to him, and then my mom and kids also. But yeah, having a strong support system, your first circle is very important, and also good friends like you. So one is the family aspect, which is very important, and I think having a good circle of friends who are positive, who are affirmative, who feel that you can do it. I mean, that also gives you a lot of motivation.
Right. As women, we are like super women. We end up doing anything and everything on earth, right? So it's like that. Yeah. But sometimes, we tend to do everything on our own. Correct. And we need to understand that it's okay to seek support, right? Correct. That much needed support. Correct. And it's okay to ask for it.
Yes.
Yeah. And we know through our experiences, correct. Right? Correct. So that's how it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We'll move to the next segment. Suchetha, you co-founded your company in 2019, correct. Right? So, and then 2020, the pandemic hit, right?
Yes, yeah.
So I'm sure it would have been, a very, very difficult experience as such, right?
Yeah.
So how was that whole journey, and how did you maneuver through, the pandemic, and you kept your company running, right? Yes. So I'm sure it would have tested your patience, your resilience a lot, right? So how was it?
Yeah, so we started the company on October 2019, both me and my friend who's my co-founder. So initially when we started the company in October, we started getting some requirements in early 2020, January. So we got a couple of requirements. We've just started operations, and that's when during March is when the pandemic. I mean, there were some active cases by early March 2020. And then suddenly there was a complete lull in business. So so anytime we were approaching clients, first of all, we had to work from our homes. We were approaching clients. Earlier, at least clients would hear us out. Now, after the pandemic hit, it was like nobody knew what's going to happen the next day. So most of the clients would approach back. They would reply back saying that we're not going to hire now. Rather, we are actually sacking people because we don't want to, because they themselves were not getting a lot of business. So everybody was having a lean team at that point of time. So, but it was really difficult. That 1 year has been a real low time for us. We were not even breaking even, obviously. We were at losses.
Right.
For the first
And were you getting clients during that time?
Meagerly, nothing actually. Every month we were getting like 1 requirement or 2 requirements to work on. That was really, really tough. And we had some people. We had a very small team, but we still had to pay salaries to those people. Right. Yeah, and actually, I know a few other recruiters who are in our space. We are a classic recruitment firm, like you know. So many of my other colleagues who are in the same space, many of them had to have shut shop because they don't know what will happen next. But then we decided to hold on to the business because both of us had given up our corporate careers and we wanted to do something big. And we decided to stay put, and we decided that even if it is tough for some time, we will stay, we will continue, and even if we get 1 or 2 requirements, we'll keep working. And finally, after about a year or so, when most of the jobs became virtual, that's when we started getting more and more requirements, and when everybody knew now the new rule of the game is virtual jobs. So, and that's when we. What kept you going? It's there has to be something, right? That would have kind of given you a push from within, right? Yeah, of course. Like I said, it was a very low time. But then we had made up, both of me and my partner decided. See, because it's easy to just say that okay, things are not working now, and it's time to take a pause, right? But what kept you going then? Yeah, I think it's just. We're only hoping for better days as entrepreneurs. Hope. I think, hope. Having hope, having trusting yourself, right. And like you said, resilience is very important. And because if you don't have that, if you're not hopeful, if you don't if you don't work bloody hard, sorry, I'm using that word, and if you don't keep at things, then entrepreneurship is not meant for you. Right. If it's not for weak people.
Absolutely. So it's like we fail, we falter every now and then, but what matters is how you pull up your socks and then, rise, right? Every single time.
Yes. So even I believe in that very strongly.
Right.
So I think it requires us to stay put for a very, very long time and keep working at it. That's very important. But the 2020 has been the lowest year for us in terms of work. It was we were just there, but we weren't getting much work, to be frank.
Okay. And if we have to, discuss a bit more about what made you to decide to come to Germany all the way, right? And the whole process, right? You spoke about bureaucracy, of course, in India, everywhere else, right? In Germany, here and there. But how was the process?
Yeah. So what happened was, though the company was founded in the year 2024, like I mentioned earlier, the entire process, we've done a lot of groundwork even 2 years prior to that. So 2022 is what we can take as the initial setup phase for the Germany business.
Okay. So you were in India and then you set up your business here in Germany.
Yes, I was in India. Yeah.
Okay.
So so the entire process, if you look at it in terms of timeline, it is about now 3 years. So the reason for the delay was because we had to even learn a lot of things, like because it's a completely different ball game. It's not as here there are a few more formalities. There is a little more paperwork. The way you set up a business has a few more additional steps.
Right.
So which I wasn't aware of initially at all. I said, okay, the Indian business I've set up like in 2 months. This should take maybe probably 4 months or something like that. But it wasn't that easy. I had to, obviously do a lot of reading and reach out to the right people, because even if I was looking at because here in Germany, to set up a company, you need to have good lawyers, notaries and accountants, auditors, all of that, So for me to approach a person, it was quite difficult because I wasn't sure. I didn't know too many people here.
Right.
But after a lot of reading, and also I needed somebody who needed to understand a psyche of an Indian entrepreneur. That was also another thing, that because I had language issues, because I wasn't able to convert. If I had taken a person who was truly a German, then obviously he or she would find it difficult conversing with me.
Right.
So I had to look at somebody who understood the psyche of an Indian entrepreneur, and so I had to look for a person who had worked in India or who knew things, how things work. So then finally I found a lawyer who had that kind of experience.
Okay. And you did all your documentation, the whole process in English?
Yes, the entire documentation
was in English. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Even
I think that's a good fact, right? So
yes.
I think all of us should know that. Yeah, you can still do all of these documentation in English.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
The documentation was done in English, and even the swearing was done in English.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
So you know that, right? You need to go to the notary's office, and there is a swearing process that you'll have to do. That you'll work in a true and fair manner.
Okay.
So that was also done in English, and though my notary hardly spoke a few words of English, but initially every letter which came from her, I would translate it, read it, try to understand what she's trying to say.
Wow, what an interesting experience.
Yes.
So now that you're here, have you learned any German words or sentences? Would you like to share some with the audience?
Very, very few words.
Yeah, like?
Guten Morgen.
That's nice.
Guten Tag. Guten Abend.
Oh.
Choose.
Not bad. Okay. Yeah.
Can I say ich liebe dich?
Oh, wow. Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Yeah.
Just a few words, just a few salutations is what I've learned now, though I would like
You will get there very soon. Initially, you will see all stars.
Yeah.
But I think I'm sure one day you will be so fluent in German and
Yeah, I think it's very important for us to learn the language even in terms of cultural adaptation.
Right.
Because if you're setting up shop here, it might as well we know the language very well, because how will we interact with clients otherwise?
Absolutely.
And I'm sure some of them are traditional firms.
Yeah,
and some of, especially now I'm working in Düsseldorf, but if I'm looking at, reaching out to a few clients outside of Düsseldorf.
Right.
Mettmann is the name of the places
Mettmann.
like Mettmann.
Mettmann.
Yeah,
Mettmann.
Mettmann.
Yeah.
So then there I've read that there are a lot of traditional German firms, industries.
Right.
So if I need to
And you need to speak their language.
Yeah. If I approach any of the clients there, and if they become my possible clients, and if I can't speak, then obviously they are not my clients at all. Then.
Yeah.
So if I have to expand and if I have to make it a global brand, I think it's very important to learn the language.
Right. So when you're in Rome, you be a Roman. When you're in Germany, you be a German.
Correct.
Very soon, Suchetha is going to be a German.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Good. Wow, interesting journey. So I would also like to ask you if, how do you help women returnees, right, to come back to their careers? Because they'll have a huge gap due to whatever reason, right? It could be because of health, maternity, marriage, travel.
Correct.
Yeah, any of these reasons. And they have to come back. I work with a lot of women restarters, and I know it's not easy.
Yeah.
And more than anything, more than the skills, upskilling, reskilling, one thing I've seen is, they would have lost their confidence.
Correct.
So we work a lot on their self-confidence, and which is a foundation, and then we start building on the skills part.
Correct. Yeah.
Right? That's most important.
Yeah.
And so how do you help women restarters, returnees?
Yeah, sure. So when we started the firm, so the people who were working with us, like our staff, they were all women returnees themselves. So they had taken a long career break for maternity reasons, health reasons. So like in-house, our team were women returnees themselves. Because to tell you the truth, I'm a woman returnee myself. And my partner is. Because
we've all been,
taken breaks,
multiple times.
Yeah, we've all taken breaks in our career. Yeah. I faced it myself that whenever I was on a break for maybe once I had my older child and I was on a break for 3 years and then I went back to the corporate, people don't take your resume seriously. They don't look at you. They don't spend even 5 minutes in your resume saying that she's not relevant anymore. And I've faced it myself. So when we started the company, we made sure that whoever are there in-house in our team, they will all be women returnees. So that's one thing that we had as that was our goal initially, to start it ourselves. And second thing is we like you also we also have some learning and development programs that we run just for women returnees.
Great.
So we've done some of that work as well. So, like you said, it's a lot of them don't have there is no self-confidence. Self-confidence is its lowest level because they feel like you said, any amount of upskilling, reskilling will help them. Because even that is the process. It will take probably 6 months or 1 year for them to get to come on par with their colleagues. Their colleagues must have joined must have joined after them, but because of the break, they will be much ahead in their corporate life. And once these guys
they would have lost that sense of belonging.
Yes,
right. Once they come back, they feel so lost.
Yeah. So I think it's very important that and I would request all the corporates also that just because a woman has taken a break, it doesn't mean that she's not relevant. I think it's important that give each one an opportunity to spring back and keep the all corporates should have like a woman returnee programs in-house.
Absolutely.
So it's not that we because Shylaa is a trainer, mentor herself. I'm sure she does a lot of work in that space. But if every corporate has that as an in-house program, I think a lot of women returnees, it'll definitely generate a lot of employment. And I think that's one thing that I want because I have faced it myself. I'm sure even you after a break.
I'm sure together we're going to achieve that,
yes, of course.
Suchetha.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we do as part of our Women Returnees program is highlight the gap a lot more in the resume.
Oh, is it?
We do that.
Oh, nice.
So we highlight the gap. And of course, people ask a lot of questions during the interviews. The companies, they have huge number of questions as to why, what, all of this. And we bring in a lot of confidence into women so that they can answer right about why did they have this gap, what did they do to upskill or reskill themselves, right? Because I'm sure all women, we have these power skills,
correct,
right?
yeah.
Which is so inherent within us.
Correct.
Yeah. And all you have to do is use those power skills at your workplace.
Correct.
Right. That's very important.
Yeah.
Be it, empathy, emotional intelligence, all of this,
we
right?
have all
That
of
comes
that.
naturally.
Yes.
Right. So use that. Yeah. So I'm sure together, like I said, we're going to work a lot more on that, helping women returnees to get back to their, to reach their career goals.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
I think we should do something for women also who have some disabilities as well.
Yeah.
So I'm sure because their mind also might be like extremely sharp.
Correct.
So we can do something together for them also would be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Nice.
We make everyone relevant. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Good. So we have our mascot here.
Oh, that's nice.
Milo.
Yeah. Hi, Milo.
Who's very fond of you, by the way.
Yeah.
So, just one fun question for you, okay? So, if your company had a mascot to represent its culture, what would it be?
You're putting me on a spot.
Something that's immediately coming to your mind right now.
I don't know, maybe a woman itself, with at different stages in her life, maybe like a young woman and a middle-aged woman, an elderly woman, just like three women holding each all their hands and
nice.
Being there for each other and supporting each other and having that camaraderie, maybe that.
Yeah. Wow. That's nice. That's nice. So, I have something very, very fun, and interesting. It's a most common rapid fire round.
Okay.
But let's make it more interesting. Okay? Quickly, 5 questions. Are you ready?
How quick?
Seconds.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. So, early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Okay. And how early?
5:30.
5:30? Oh, so you use something called as that Brahma Muhurtam where you wake up and do all your...
Yeah, in the night I'm like, I can't stay up at all. It's like I've had conversations where I'm sleeping and my friends are talking. So,
okay.
Complete early bird. My mind only works in the morning.
Nice. So, coffee or tea? Coffee. Okay.
Though I can't. I had some health issues because I was a coffee freak. So I had too much of it. But I still love my coffee.
Self-reflection or talking to people?
Talking to people.
Okay. Mountains or beaches?
Beaches. I'm from Bangalore.
Oh, you're from Bangalore, right? I'm sure.
Yes, I'm from the town of beaches. So there's beach everywhere. So I love beaches. I love walk on the beach.
So your next vacation, you're going to plan to a nice beach.
Yes.
In and around.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We can go together.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is the closest beach?
I don't know. You can go to Netherlands. You can go to Mallorca, Tenerife. Yeah, in and around. We'll plan. Okay.
But can I say self-reflection as well as talking to others?
Of course, yes.
Because I think self-reflection is also very important.
Right.
Talking with friends, maybe.
Yeah.
I think self-reflection is more important than talking.
Okay, so first self-reflection and then you talk to people.
And
then again come back and do a lot of self-reflection.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
But what do you think? I think you are more into self-reflection.
For me, it's more about self-reflection.
Yeah.
And of course, people. So it's like, for me, it's like, I talk to people, I deal with people day in and day out.
Yeah.
I think it's both actually, right?
It's both. That's why I came back to
it. Okay. And the last question. Planning every detail or going with the flow?
Going with the flow sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think that also requires a mix. Few things you have to plan every detail, especially like if you like when I had to come here, when I come to a foreign country, that there are few things, some nitty-gritties that you'll have to plan. You cannot just come one day to a different country. So planning every detail is important, but sometimes as a business person, I think it's good to go with the flow and not have a very restrictive, closed mind. It's very important to go with the flow.
Nice.
What do you think? Am I allowed to say yes to both answers?
Yes, you can.
Like I said,
I think it's a blend of both, right?
both,
sometimes you have to plan, and sometimes you just go with the flow and see how things go.
Yeah.
Right?
Because if you start planning every minute detail, some things are just, it'll go completely haywire, and then you might feel a little lost at that point of time.
Yeah. So it's like, all of us would want to reach our, outcome. Our outcomes, goals in life, right? But what matters is that progress that you make, right? Small steps that you take, and then celebrating those wins, and feeling good about it, right? That keeps you driven. So I think it's a blend of both. Yeah. Good.
Was I rapid enough?
Yes, very much. Okay. So we're going to cut here, and then we're going to continue.
Yeah.
So we have a fun segment in our podcast. It's called POWherFUL Talks, Let Loose Moment. Yeah,
that's nice.
And you spoke about your passion,
of course.
Right? You're a singer. Yeah, you're a trained Carnatic vocalist. Yeah. So this is your moment, Suchetha. You're going to sing for us.
Yes. Karnataka, I'm not sure I can sing now, but let's keep it more generic.
But you're going to sing like everyone is watching.
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready?
Unless you're going to join me, right?
Yeah. So, which song are you going to sing? I will join you.
I think we can sing Avhara Babare.
Okay.
Cool. It's an old song.
Cool.
Our times.
You start. I will join you.
Okay.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, start. Avhara Babare, jo hole hole gaye, फूलों के तन पे हवाएं सरसराए, कोयल की कुहू कुहू, पपीहे की पीहू पीहू, जंगल में झींगा सिंचाए जाए, नदियां में लहरें आए, बलकाए चलती जाए, भीगे होठों से वो गुनगुनाए, गाता है साहिल, गाता है बहता पानी, गाता है ये दिल यूं सारे गामा पाधानी सरे. Thank you guys.
That was amazing. Mine also loved it.
I think this is a nice song. You're like happy song.
So, Suchetha, I know your work is your passion,
yes.
Right? But what else do you do? What if you have to mention your, other part of your life which you're passionate about? What would that be?
I'm really, really fond of music. I'm a trained Carnatic music singer.
Wow.
So yes, I was also part of my school choir, and so I love singing. So it's my number one passion. And second, I would say, is reading. I love reading a few books, though I've read more of study books. I love to read.
Okay.
Especially in these days, I read a lot of self-help books.
Okay.
So it has really helped me, it's really helped me to improve myself. So I would say I love reading and spending time with my children, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. So I really love spending every moment spent with my children is great.
Wow.
And with my friends. going out for a drink with my friends. That's also on every when it's a weekend, a Friday night or a Saturday night, I don't want to stay home at all.
Yeah.
So I definitely weekends I want to spend time with my friends.
Great.
Little less with family. Sometimes some of my friends are closer than family. I'm being very true and frank with you. Some of my friends are at that. Yeah. I have that feeling for them. Mm-hmm. So yes, going drinking, long drives with my friends.
Nice. Having a good time.
Yeah,
so we have a lot more to do here.
Yes.
Nice.
You and the rest of the German group will get to do that now.
Nice. Yeah. I think having this kind of creative side, right? Different side, bringing this fun element into our lives, it just keeps us going.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
yeah. And
I'm sure when you spending time with your son would have been one of them.
Oh, absolutely. With my son, with my Milo, and we have a great time together. We have this ritual of going for breakfast or brunch every Saturday or Sunday. Oh, so nice. We do that, and we've been doing that since many years.
Oh, so, that's nice.
Yeah,
so what does Milo eat at that point of time? He gets a special brunch special too.
He has his eggs So yeah, we carry his breakfast wherever we go.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah,
that's
good. Yeah, and having this creative side, it definitely helps us, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm a singer, so one of the days I need to sing.
So we have a new performer for our next upcoming events, right? So especially to all the Indian audience here in Germany.
Yeah.
So we have a new performer, a new star.
I'm not that good, but yeah, I call myself average.
Wow.
Average singer.
No, I'm sure you're going to be awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice. Okay, so we have come towards the end of our talk show. And if you have to give one message to our audience, right? And also a specific message to our women audience, right? So what would that be?
I would like to tell all the women audience that, keep up your spirits, don't lose hope. Anyone who tells you can't doesn't mean you can't. You can. Like I said, it's a lonely journey, but if you keep at it, if you work hard, if you have that drive, if you have that energy, if you, it's more, I think the entire entrepreneurship journey, it's all about self-reflection, like you rightly mentioned. Yeah. It's also about, believing in yourself. And I think self-belief is something which is like extremely critical. So if you believe that this is what I want to do in my life and this is what I want to achieve, there is nobody who's stopping you. So I think self-belief, self-reflection, being resilient, working extremely hard, passion, I think is very important. And those are the qualities which I think is very close to my heart, and I keep at it.
Wow. I can see all those avatars in you. And you're a great inspiration to everyone. So if I have to ask you, who's your greatest inspiration? Who's that?
So my inspiration is, as an industrialist, it was Mr. Ratan Tata. He's not only an industrialist, but I think he's also a true gentleman.
Right.
He has done a lot of social work, especially during pandemic. I think he didn't want people to lose the job, so he told companies, don't take out your employees at that point of time. Even so, he's done a lot of things. I think he's done a lot of work for dogs as well. I think street dogs.
Yes.
So he is not only an industrialist who's there to make money, because most of us, when we get into business, at the end of the day, we're only thinking, okay, we're thinking of profits, bottom line. But I think he was somebody who was not only an industrialist, but also he was very empathetic. And I think he believed in social causes, and he worked towards it very hard throughout his career. So I think he's a true gem of a person, and my favorite always.
Yeah, that's amazing, right? So Ratan Tata is someone who has taken, our business from India on a global level. And we have our Suchetha here doing the same, right?
Yeah.
Taking her business.
He's a different level altogether.
Yeah, taking her business, to Europe, and and I wish you reach great heights, Suchetha. Yeah. I think you're someone who has shown how it is to include ambition, right? Inclusivity, and also enjoy what you're doing. Right, so that is something that's really important.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being on the show. Yeah. It was a pleasure having you.
I'm honored, and it's a great pleasure for me as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Like I said, this was our first episode, and it's a super hit because of her.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks to Shylaa. Thanks to the team. Thank you very much. Thank you. Even at the back end, I am not too sure whether I can quote names.
So we have a great team at POWherFUL, and thank you to each and everyone for making this a huge success.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks for your time, everyone. Hope you enjoy the show. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
And Milo as well.
So, and we have a gift to Suchetha.
Thank you so much. That's
thank you once again. Thank you once again for coming all the way.
Thank you.
And
that's sweet.
For being here.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'll look at it now.
We have a lot of goodies inside.
Okay.
Yeah, you can as well
quickly
take
just
it out.
look at it. Yeah. Oh, I think the best part of the gift is a nice picture of mine with your logo. It would be better if you could hand sign it or something as a takeaway.
Yes. I was planning to do that.
That's a very nice picture of mine.
So it says, I am POWherFUL, And Suchetha, you are truly powerful.
Thank you so much. And you've put my best picture.
It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let me just quickly sign that for you.
Yeah, please, yes.
Oh. Okay. So, I'll tell you what I've written. To Suchetha, a true force of vision and resilience.
Thank you so much. That's very nice and sweet words. Thank you. Thank you so much. And wishing you a lot of success with the Powerful series.
Thank you.
I think you represent this the best. I think you are the right person to, hold this podcast. I think nobody could do it even better than you. Yeah.
Thank you. That means a lot, Suchetha.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. You will get to see more amazing guests and hear their inspiring stories in our podcast. Stay tuned in for more powerful content. Like, share, and subscribe.